term sheet is like a prenup. It's an agreement where you, the startup, are marrying somebody rich and powerful, an investor. Now, obviously, they're marrying you because they think you bring something special to the relationship. And they really, really like you, which is why you're getting married. Mm-hmm. But they really like their money too, and they don't want you to run off with it.
Exactly. Hi, I'm Alexandra Anhoff from the Faculty of Law at the University of Copenhagen.
And I'm Nick Houghton from Think Legal Tech.
Last time, we promised to take a look at term sheets. And we are back with our relationship metaphors, because we are in sheets. I have seen a couple of term sheets where over the past years, and I must say that over the time they're becoming more reasonable and balanced, which I think is a good sign. What is your experience, Nick?
Well, I've definitely seen some horror shows, like the one where, in return for 1 million crowns, the founders had to give up 20% of the company, a majority of the board seats, and pay a 50,000 crown a month management fee for 2 years, i.e. pay 1.2 million crowns for a 1 million crown investment where the investor got complete control of the company.
Wow, that's something else. Please do not sign those.
No. But that brings up, what is a term sheet, Alex?
Well, a term sheet is often a non-binding agreement that lays out the basic terms and conditions for an investment. It represents terms of reference and serves as a template for a future binding agreement. The purpose of a term sheet is to agree on a document that investors and founders can use as a starting point to negotiate. They need to agree upon the most important terms of their future agreement without a fine detail or permanency of a binding document.
So I've always gotten a little stuck on how a term sheet is a non-binding agreement. I'm like, why don't we just go to the main deal?
Well, because it would not make much sense, Nicholas.
Okay.
The two parties need to agree on the key terms. They have to have some understanding on the main things before they spend time and money, a lot of time and a lot of money, on negotiating the nitty-gritty details and ultimately ending up with a legally binding document.
Yeah. When you say it that way, it sounds pretty smart. So it lays out the important stuff so that we don't get tripped up when we negotiate the main agreement.
Correct.
So it's like checking to see whether somebody you want to marry actually wants to have kids or has to live near their parents or likes the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep. But also don't forget that a good term sheet is balanced. Balance rights and duties between the parties, between you and your investors. You want it to be treated fairly from the very beginning.
For sure.
I'm Alexandra Anhoff from the Faculty of Law at the University of Copenhagen.
And I'm Nick Houghton from Think Legal Tech.
Thank you for joining us and listening to us. Join us next time as we continue our discussion on term sheets.
Excellent.